Welcome on in, guys. Three bold takes, and we are back with Bowl Mania this year. We do this every single year. Link is in the description to join. Winner will receive a free Champions Three Bold Takes t-shirt courtesy of the guys over here at Three Bold Takes. But before we get into it, we are sponsored by SeatGeek, so use our discount code 3BoldTakes at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. We are looking to go to a couple of bowl games. We will definitely be using SeatGeeks. You guys should too. It'll show you what's a good deal, what's a bad deal, and should save you a little bit of money off the top.
All right, guys, as we're continuing our journey to complete all of the bowl games on the Capital One Bowl Mania Challenge, we are moving forward to the Cheez-it Citrus Bowl between the number 15 South Carolina Gamecocks and the number 20 Illinois Fighting Illini. Guys, South Carolina is a 10-point favorite in this matchup, and I believe it's 86% of America is siding with the Gamecocks in this matchup. Guys, South Carolina was this close to a playoff appearance, but Illinois has been a scrappy team up in the Big Ten. Freddie, how are you feeling about this matchup going into the Citrus Bowl?
Well, this spread at -10 is something I was not really expecting. Now, obviously, there's some changes, some opt-outs, transfers, things of that nature for both of these teams. I'm riding with South Carolina here. I think they have all the momentum riding off of the regular season. They finished the season hot as could be, one of the best teams in all of college football the last 6 or 7 weeks of the year. So give me South Carolina to win. I don't think they cover the 10. I think it'll be closer than what people are expecting, or at least Vegas is expecting. But I do think the Gamecocks are going to be able to get it done. But shout out to Illinois, though, for going 9-3. Kind of off the wall here. Was not expecting that either. We just got done doing the Washington video, and for Washington to make a bowl game's awesome. Illinois to go 9-3 should not be underestimated and kind of looked over. A phenomenal season for them, but I think it does come to an end in the Citrus Bowl against South Carolina.
Yeah, a bowl game, it's insane to me to put a double-digit spread on it. I think that's just crazy in general because it is a bowl game. However, this is extremely disrespectful to Illinois as well. I think Illinois has played extremely good football this season. They played scrappy football. They haven't beaten a lot of great top teams. They lost to Oregon, they lost to Penn State, but overall, a very good resume of mixed Big Ten teams that they've beaten. They beat out of conference Kansas early in the season. They beat Nebraska as well. Actually, Nebraska is in conference. My apologies, guys. Sorry, throwing that back a decade.
Did you just say beating Nebraska was a good win?
It was, because Nebraska was hot
Okay.
after the Colorado win. That's when it was. Nebraska will be a national champion here soon. Again, we'll get that to another debate. Anyway, but South Carolina's had a great season too. Let's not forget it. South Carolina is on a heater right now. Absolute heater. They're on a 6-game win streak heading into this one. Nearly lost it to Clemson before a Superman-like performance to Lenore Sellers. However, what I like about Illinois is what Bielema has done, has just revamped the defense, and they play everything in front of them, play extremely well. I know a lot of teams have had trouble with Sellers this year, just the dynamic that he brings to the quarterback position, being able to throw, being able to run like he does. I'm going Illinois. I like their defense. I think their defense is going to be very staunchy. I think that's really disrespectful to put 10 points on their head like that, saying that they're. I just don't see it. I think it's going to be an extremely close game, like you mentioned, Fred. I think Illinois pulls it out.
Can you define staunchy for me?
Staunchy. So that's Freddie. I'm glad that you asked that. Staunchy would mean like tough, maybe rough, even maybe even just real, like in place. Like, ooh, it's just not gonna move. Like you bend, but don't. Just kind of that. Oh, like maybe put on a jacket and it's just cold and so it's like not moving just yet, and it's just it's just start. It's just. Maybe was that a great definition? Was that on point or?
Well, I didn't know the definition. I wanted yours, but Quinn, you go ahead.
Yeah, Okay, let me start with this. Brett Bielema being back in the Big Ten, best move he could have ever made for his career. That man knows how to win in the Big Ten.
He does.
Why? Because you don't have to play against that many dynamic offensive skill players. South Carolina's got those. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and break a little secret for you guys. Chase just refuses to admit that Eli Drinkowitz and Shane Beamer are the future of the SEC. He refuses to.
That is crazy.
He refuses to admit.
That is crazy.
Okay, it's that simple. He refuses to admit that these guys are good coaches. They are on tears the last 3 years, and he is going to sit here and find any excuse to say that they're not good. It's the same thing as his James Franklin takes, to be completely honest. You know, the guy that's currently in the quarterfinal, probably going to go to the semifinal of the college football playoff. Anyway, I'm picking South Carolina to win the game. Look, when it comes to bowl season, a big thing for me is who on the field is going to be, and sometimes you can't predict this kind of stuff because of opt-outs, but who's going to have the most dynamic playmakers in the game? That's who's going to win the bowl game. We're not talking like if we're talking playoffs, I'm starting to look at line of scrimmage and defense. But when we're just talking like the regular Bowl Mania bowl games, I'm looking for your offensive playmakers. And I think South Carolina's got that in spades compared to Illinois. And I think that's going to be Illinois' downfall. Now, I'll agree with you, Chase. Illinois is going to keep the game super close. I think 10 points is insanely disrespectful. Their defense is really good. They're going to slow the game down. They're going to keep the ball out of South Carolina's hands. But at the end of the day, I just expect Sellers to make 2 or 3 more plays than what Illinois can scheme up just off of backyard football. And that'll be the difference in the game. So give me the Gamecocks to get it done. We got 2 Gamecocks, 1 Fighting Illini here with Chase. Guys, we would invite you to keep playing Capital One Bowl Mania. Like, comment, subscribe, keep up with us. We're predicting every single bowl game this bowl season. I've been Quinn, joined by Freddie, Chase. We're 3 bowl takes, and we're out.